Philadelphia Eagles fans, what if I told you the biggest offensive change in years is already happening, and it starts with DeVonta Smith? While the league obsesses over A.J. Brown trade rumors, DeVonta Smith has become a man possessed. Private workouts with Jalen Hurts, calling former receivers for advice, and Nick Sirianni himself says they've only scratched the surface with him. Can he explode like Jackson Smith and Jigba and become a legit top 5 wide receiver? We're diving into every expert, player, and insider opinion on DeVonta Smith becoming the new WR1 for the Birds. But before we get there, if you're betting big on Smitty this season, smash that like button right now. Drop your prediction in the comments. Smitty's the guy if you believe he's ready to lead this offense. And if you want more Fire Eagles analysis all offseason, hit subscribe and the bell. Let's break it down.
Please, you'd say what? Please tell me.
I would say this. What Philly has done, and the one player I would keep my eye on, is DeVonta Smith.
Okay.
Like, what I have been told this offseason is he has been a man possessed about, I'm going to step into this number one role.
Okay.
Calling former receivers, asking them about different things this offseason. I had a conversation with Nick Sirianni where he was like, we've just scratched the surface with DeVonta Smith. Like, I think we can do so much more with him in this new offense. We can do so much more with him. And then they have Wicks and they have Hollywood and they have, so they've changed their room for sure. And they truly believe DeVonta Smith can be a one, but the more the merrier sometimes with Howie Roseman. But yeah, he's going to keep looking around.
A little wide receiver watch. Philadelphia. All eyes, of course, are on A.J. Brown and a potential trade that's expected to come the beginning of next month. Over the weekend at a celebrity softball game, DeVonta Smith was asked questions about his teammate, and he wanted no part of answering them. He just basically kept saying, I've got a job to do. Everyone knows what no one will say, which is that A.J. Brown is going to be traded. And the question is, have they done enough to fill the vacuum? I mean, he leaves a big space behind. D. Wood, do you believe with the additions of Mekhi Lemon in the draft and all these other players they've drafted that they have done enough to replace A.J. Brown?
Well, listen, they've added some quality players, but I think this is more so about Jalen Hurts going into yet another offensive system. We know that Sean Mannion comes over, the new offensive coordinator comes over from the Green Bay Packers, and this offense is going to look very different from what we've seen from the Philadelphia Eagles in years prior. Years prior, we would see them basically chuck the ball outside the numbers of A.J. Brown, just basically throwing go balls and stuff out there. This offense is going to be more of inside the numbers. That's why you're going to go get a Mekhi Lemon. But that's not something that Jalen Hurts has really done a lot of throughout his career. So my question is, I want to see what the transition is going to look like in this new offense.
Yeah, for me, here's the big question. If you think about the group of receivers as like a basketball team, A.J. Brown was a power forward. The question is, they have a lot of good players here. Look at this graphic, Greeny. After A.J. Brown's gone, Dytavius Wicks is the biggest at 206, all the way down to 170 with a really good player, DeVonta Smith. So the question's going to be is who can take some of that physicality that they're going to need to be successful, as Dee would allude to, going across the middle. I'm not saying they can't, but that's a big question mark going into camp.
Yeah, DeVonta Smith as the number one, like this is a Heisman Trophy winner, 10th pick in the draft, like the pedigree says he's a number one. But I think the point is important to note, like that offense is going to look a lot different. Even if A.J. Brown was still there, it would have looked a lot different. So it might take a little while for it to get going.
And so for it to look a lot different, do we expect it to then be better? The point is, the leaks always come from inside the house. There are people inside that house that want to make the point that Jalen Hurts doesn't want to throw the ball in the middle of the field. Not that he can't throw the ball in the middle of the field. Do we expect it to look a lot different, but will it look a lot better?
I think it has a chance, absolutely, because you could tie in the run game, and to D. Wood's point, go under center, play action pass, turn your back to the defense. Like the pieces, Greeny, are actually there to be very explosive. It's just going to have to come together.
Yeah, listen, the question I have with this Philadelphia offense is the offensive line has kind of been declining.
Yep.
So can they get those guys going? Because that's going to be central to this Philadelphia Eagles offense.
Okay.
What's my favorite route to run?
Either a post out, stop and go. No, your favorite route is the option route.
Well, technically, he's not wrong. It's really whichever one I'm going to get the ball on. It don't matter to me.
What's my favorite dessert?
Banana pudding.
That's correct.
I know a little something.
That's correct. I make sure I give me 2 cups of banana pudding.
What is my post-game ritual?
You do not have a post-game ritual. You take a shower and you be out, bro.
Yeah, I kind of just be ready to go home after the game.
What is my pre-game ritual?
I do notice you always jog around the field.
You kind of got it right. I jog around the field. That's for more scare tactics than anything. I got this mean look on my face. Let them know it's my territory.
I got a cursing problem.
Of course.
So I get on the field, I'm cursing all game.
That ain't trying to tackle, man. How the f I'm talking about, man? Why you turn up in there, motherfucker, man? Hey, just call this, man. Just call this, man. Looking for the ball. I'm like, God damn, that thing came yet. That just flowed. I was like, I gotta go get this. I hate how sneaky athletic this motherfucker is. Hey, you gotta get some big stuff. I can't get you up now. Come on. You do this. Do this.
I got more yards.
What the f*** he keep it running? That tripping. Wow. Hey, I'm gonna slap this, man.
The Eagles made the trade for Dontavian Wicks. A lot of the comments were, well, this isn't a replacement of A.J. Brown because he's not good enough. And I totally understand that. My question for you, have you talked to people around the NFL that believe DeVonta Smith could take that game, his game, to the next level and be that replacement to A.J. Brown?
Well, I definitely think that. I mean, I think DeVonta Smith is one of the, if not the most respected player within that organization. Like, he's got widespread admiration, respect for how he handles himself, his toughness, and his talent. And so, if A.J. Brown were not there, yes, I believe that they believe that DeVonta Smith could be a 1. Absolutely. I mean, he's been a 1 anyway. But he's been a 1A.
Sure.
That's what it's 1 and 1A. So would he have an elevated role? I would think that probably would be the case, yeah.
DeVonta Smith is reportedly fully embracing becoming the Birds' new #1 wide receiver this offseason. While the national media continues to obsess over where A.J. Brown might end up, Jalen Hurts and DeVonta Smith are already moving on. As ESPN's Jeremy Fowler just reported that Hurts has been holding private off-site throwing sessions to master the new offense. And the attendance list tells you everything you need to know about the future of this team. Because DeVonta Smith has been the focal point of these off-site throwing sessions, and he's fully assuming the new wide receiver 1 role. Joining him, according to ESPN, has been the new veteran Elijah Moore, who is already working to find his place in this very crowded rotation. Notably absent, though, from these sessions, A.J. Brown. Fowler even joked about the omission, saying it's sort of understood right now the team is preparing for life without him. This news to me is not just about DeVonta Smith getting extra reps with Jalen Hurts, it's DeVonta Smith proving that he is ready to become the true #1 wide receiver, not just in Philadelphia, but potentially a top 5 wide receiver in the entire NFL. These private workouts put all of that to bed. It's going to be Smitty. We've known this. Can he have a JSN type ascension? I think he can. Give me your thoughts down below.
I thought that was one of the most beautiful scenes in football. That catch, that one-hander, like the shot of the catch. And on top of it, the guy catching the football is one of my favorite players in the league. Like, and I'm talking about, I've said this a bunch on this show. When my kids ask, like, what about this guy? What about this guy? Mm-hmm. I want to be able to tell them about a guy that they can emulate. And I don't think either of my kids are going to be NFL wide receivers, okay? But no, I've watched DeVonta Smith, and I want to tell my kids, I'm like, man, he does everything right. Watch the way he operates. Watch the teammate he is. Watch how hard he plays. Look how tough he is. And so as a fan, watching that catch, I was blown away. This is one of my favorite players, man.
Matthew Berry at the Combine was talking about A.J. Brown. He says, regarding A.J. Brown, the Eagles are undecided on keeping him or not. They are definitely listening and open to moving him. The Eagles love DeVonta Smith. They think as good as he's been, he has not reached his full potential and has another gear to get into. And if Smith were given the same kind of target share as Jackson Smith and Jigba, he could have that kind of year. I love A.J. Brown. I think he's a top 5 receiver in the NFL. I think between the lines, he is unstoppable one-on-one. But you look at the Seattle Seahawks and the method that they rolled with last year. They had DK Metcalf. He's a great, talented receiver. They went ahead and traded a #1 because they allowed Jackson Smith and Jigba to become that guy. And look at what JSN did. He became the NFL's leading receiver, and he led them all the way to a Super Bowl. Obviously, the offense was catered around him for the most part, especially in the passing game. And he had a quarterback that was a pretty solid game manager. But in terms of DeVonta Smith, we've always said, like, Smitty is the most underrated receiver in the NFL. He deserves to be a #1 on most teams right now. And yeah, he's getting up there in age too. Believe it or not, DeVonta's 27 years old right now, just a year or two under A.J. Brown. But at the end of the day, DeVonta really hasn't been featured as the guy outside of his rookie season. And all he does is go out and ball. There's no drama. There's no distraction. So I actually don't think it would be a terrible idea because I, too, have 100% believe in Smitty. It's time that he gets the attention that he deserves because he never, ever has made it about ego or himself or his role. He just goes out there every single Sunday and produces.
Who is the best football player you played with at Bama?
I could just name a list of names, just starting from obviously DeVonta Smith, Heisman, Valentikov, the hardest worker, I've been around. His work ethic is just unbelievable. He's one of those guys that's just like $160, but plays lights out, plays like he's 6'6", and he just does everything, bro. And when I seen that firsthand, I'm like, man, yeah. This guy's crazy. Then you got Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, and they was all together. We had Tua, Jalen Hurts, Mac Jones in one QB room. Then you had in the running back room, Damian Harris, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson, and those guys. But if I was to name one, I'd probably say DeVonta Smith.
After the loss to the Chargers last night, the Eagles could really use some juice.
Thank God they got DeVonta Smith.
So what's interesting? I bought me a juicer. And I've been squeezing oranges, apples, and pineapples for the past 4 days. And let me tell you something. It's amazing.
Yeah. How about we ask the important question? How the f*** do you squeeze an apple? How are you squeezing an apple? It doesn't happen, Keenan.
I've never seen it. Next you're going to be selling what, slap chops?
I don't know, Keenan. I don't know. As an Eagles fan, we wonder why we're losing, and then I hear an interview like this.
You know what I've been doing? Yeah. I've been squeezing juices, pineapples.
Is anybody else in here juicing? Because let me tell you what I just discovered. Yeah. I've been juicing for the last 5 days.
You know what? I like it.
I'm blown away by it. Yeah. I'm blown away by the process.
You take a fruit, you squeeze it, and the juice come out. It's amazing. Yeah.
I love my team, though.
Just wait till he finds out about air fryers, man. His head is on his clothes.
You ain't gonna believe this.
Well,
so I'm frying but without putting it in grease.
Get the goddamn.
Yeah, no grease.
No.
No grease.
Hell no.
I ain't used grease in 5 days.
That ain't even. Hell no.
Fry, Eagles fry.
Yeah.
The veteran on your new team has your college number. What would you do to get it?
Oh, I might offer him a little bread. I ain't got too much for him. He might try to, add that dollar amount with some commas, but I might try to shoot him some bread though.
I got some